Welcome back to Community Game Plan. I'm Eric.
I'm Jim.
We got it right this time.
We know who we are.
We're getting better.
Oh, man, it only took, what, 8 episodes to do this?
Yeah, this will be episode 7.
Is it 7
This
today?
will be actually
Okay.
7 today.
There we go.
So, on episode 7, as you just heard, today we're going to be diving into a topic that's very, very close to our home and our hearts for Jim and I, because
100%.
guess what? We're military families and we're military brats.
Yeah, we're brats. Definitely the brats. So we've both done the moving. We've been to Germany, Ontario. You've been further. I've
five
been...
provinces, 3 countries, 2 with my parents, and actually 4 countries, 2 with parents and 2 without.
Yeah, so to be able to sit here and say, hey, guess what? There's something for the military, and we get to tell people about it.
Yeah. So on today's show, we're going to continue with our collaboration with CUA, the Credit Union Atlantic, and we're going to be joined today by Jackie Lockie. She's the branch manager at the Lady Hammond's Road location, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about the family banking program. No, I messed that right up.
It's
again.
the military.
We're always talking about the military.
Yeah.
So it's
Military
actually we're going to talk
family
about the
banking.
military family banking program today.
It is about family, just the military family. Anybody else does not cut in on this one. They have something else completely different for you.
So up next, we're going to have Jackie Lockie, as I just mentioned, from CUA.
Yep.
She's the branch manager, and we're going to learn more about her and CUA and their program with the military family.
Yeah. Because, like I said, close to the heart, close to the community. Well, we're
close to home.
That's it.
We're surrounded by military.
Yeah.
We love military people. All right.
We're going to jump right into this conversation here with you, Jackie, and so we're going to introduce you and let you introduce you. Hi. How you doing?
Hi. I am doing very well. Really excited to be here with you guys.
That's great.
Oh, this is great. All the conversations we've had with yourself and your teammates at CUA have been amazing, and we're learning something new every day, which is the best part.
Can never know too much.
Yeah.
No,
So,
exactly.
Jackie, I wonder, tell us a little bit about your background, your journey to CUA, and what else you can tell us about what you're here to talk to us about as well.
Absolutely. So thanks so much for having me, Jim and Eric. It's been a pleasure meeting you both. And really, one of the biggest things that I'm so excited about is how CUA is supporting our military members. I'll get into a little bit of my background regarding military. But certainly what brought me to CUA is I actually had a long banking career with a Big 5 bank.
Mhm.
Decided that I needed a change, and I was looking for a company that was local, that you really have the ability to make an impact on your members and your team. So that's kind of what brought me to CUA. I'm really excited. It is a local company, locally owned credit union. We have about 20,000 members. So talk about making a big impact on a smaller crew is definitely forefront in what we do. We're also incredibly involved in the community. So we have, that's what drew me to this podcast with you guys is the community game plan and really showcasing what we can do to help support our members, but also our military members.
Yeah.
Because as a military spouse, I have dealt with all of the same struggles that military spouses are dealing with, military children, and there are many, many. And I think if you're not in that life, that you'll never understand the challenges that they face.
Yeah. That's one thing that drew us to this topic as well, because Jim and I both have military family backgrounds like yourself.
Military family backgrounds, and then on top of it, like the sales in the military areas, where do most people go? They go to Eastern Passage. That's the passage.
Or Dartmouth. My parents went to Dartmouth.
But again, it's because the bases used to be there.
Yes.
And then you toss on top of it, my grandmother, that was her bread and butter.
Yeah.
She would, back in the day when there was still that base in Lahr, she would come visit my family in Lahr just to put on a home buyer seminar for people who will eventually come to Halifax.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I once did a seminar, a home buyers and investment seminar for HMCS Charlottetown.
Oh, yeah.
And we had 150 members attend. That was the biggest one that I've ever participated in, and it was quite amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet.
And again, they're a very captive audience because they need to know these things.
Yeah.
But it's always, I feel like, it's people see real estate and any aspect, even like mortgages, I'm sure, as a one type thing. Like this is it, that's all you get. This is your only option. And
Right.
I think the fact of seeing it from the outside, people who understand real estate, the
Mhm.
fact that we actually have to register for a portion of being able to help military members,
Yeah.
like,
Interesting.
Yeah.
so
So can you get in? I mean, we're talking about military and the family. You guys have this military family banking program.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit more information on that and, some more details?
So, as you know, I'm not going to mention the other military banking institution, but we all know who it is. And certainly, we're really proud to be able to offer a military banking program. It's really quite amazing. Um, so, one of the benefits is we will offer a monthly fee waiver to active military members um, on their unlimited checking account. So, that's a value of about $180 per year. Now, this one is really interesting, and I have been surprised. I don't believe any other institution actually offers a second checking account with a fee waiver or a discount that you can actually get a second checking account with us for a 50% discount, which is amazing. So that's another $90 right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also match the first $50 deposited into a youth account for your child. So that's
I got the
a nice way to get them on their savings plan. Sorry?
as a kid, my first bank account, because my dad was military, was with the CUA actually. It was back when it was by Blockbuster in
Wow.
Colby Village.
Oh, they still have a branch up there too.
We
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, that
Yes.
that was my very first experience banking. And
Blockbuster's not that.
no, I know it breaks my heart. I was just so young.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, I know.
Aging ourselves here.
Never do change though.
But
Absolutely.
but that's it. It's like, so I remember as a youth to actually have somewhere where you felt like you were a part of something. That was
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is actually really interesting because all of our members are shareholders in our company. So you just received your first share. So that is pretty cool. That is something that I really do love about the CUA is how community focused it is and how customer centric.
Right.
We definitely have lots of other benefits, and this one is by far my favorite. And I think for anybody who moves around as a military member, um, certainly there's so many challenges, but one of the big challenges that happens with military members a lot is really depending on what happens with the real estate market, you could, like, we've seen times where people have actually lost some of their equity or they've had to pay penalties to get out of their mortgage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hmm.
we actually provide a waiver on your mortgage prepayment penalty if you're transferred outside of Nova Scotia and required to sell your home.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, that right there, because
That is
again,
amazing.
military doesn't control. Like,
Well,
they go when they're told they're going.
and their postings have changed. Like
Yep.
the rules around their postings, like they used to do.
Mhm.
Now they do door to door, right? So
Right.
you have to sell your property before you can actually move to get your
Yeah,
second
that's
mortgage in your next province. So where they used to, put your stuff in storage, let it sit there for a while
Yeah.
while you looked and waited, but they don't do that anymore.
Terrifying.
It
Yeah.
is.
Now that's the one that I'm happiest about because a lot of the big five banks actually go back and forth on that. I know with my previous lender, it was there, it wasn't. So we will actually cover 3 months interest penalty or interest rate differential. So that one is, quite quite interesting because with rising interest rates, um, sometimes we see pretty significant interest rate differential.
Mhm.
So that can be thousands of dollars back in a member's pockets.
Yeah.
Now, does that work for fixed only mortgages or?
Yes, that would be
Okay.
fixed only because the variable rate
Right.
mortgage would always be 3 months interest penalty.
Lovely.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I'm just, in all honesty, I have your sheet in front of us.
We have a cheat sheet for you.
Yes.
Of the CUA, your family
Can't believe
banking
we get-
program sheet.
Look.
I absolutely love the wording of the categories. Like the military life moves fast. Like,
Hmm.
like it's just you guys have the fact that's like we adapt, and that's like low rate built to support high level, or
Mhm.
like built for high level support. Like it's very, there is nothing on this very simple sheet that is not showing that you guys are there to support
Yeah.
the people going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
that's it. It's like they're on somebody else's clock, they're on somebody else's time, they're on somebody else's whim, to be like very honest. And to have somebody who's there to support that is, and like recognize it, I think that's the biggest issue. Is anybody can say they're supporting it, but how many people recognize it because they've seen it happen over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, you guys know yourselves that as your fathers packed up and left, my husband would pack up. We moved to Halifax, and essentially 3 days after we moved in, he was deployed. Hopped on the ship and off he went.
Yeah.
Came back 2 months later, and I had a job, and the kids were settled, and but that's the way it worked.
Yeah.
You were not in control of your life at all. You you were told to pack up and move, and all of the financial plans that you may have had building up to that, or trying to settle your kids, or build a house or buy a house, can be thrown into a wrench thrown into that, and you have to adapt quickly and you have to pivot.
Yeah.
So
Pivot.
having the support of CUA can certainly help.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one of my favorite. I can't go with anybody saying pivot and not thinking about Friends when Ross was yelling pivot on the stairs. I'm sorry.
Go
But-
ahead, say it now, Eric. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Okay, let's pivot, because there is another part of this program that you haven't really touched on yet, and that's the no down payment mortgage, which would actually really help. So, first off, you're waiving the penalties of breaking a mortgage here
Yeah.
in Nova Scotia, and then when they're coming in here, they have the option to do that no down payment mortgage. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that's one of the coolest programs, honestly, when you think about it, because there was a period where, a lot of banks back in the early 2000s, they were offering no down payment mortgages, but the banks had actually moved away from that completely.
Yeah.
So the ability to have a no down payment mortgage, military members often have the ability to repay their mortgage. They have good incomes, they have good salaries, they have great benefits. However, they don't always have the means to have saved for their first down payment.
Right.
So we provide up to 5% of the total mortgage amount in the form of either a loan or a line of credit to cover the down payment.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happens on closing day, we fund the mortgage, we fund the loan. The customer can choose to, they take that 5%, they pay that back on towards the loan, and they now have 5% down in their home.
It's beautiful.
What I like is the fact that you're tied into this on multiple levels. It's
Yeah.
not just the fact that you work for the bank that actually offers this. It's
Right.
you get to like you can tell you're actually excited by the fact that this
We
exists.
could tell when we
and
first
can
met
do
with
it.
you and
Like,
talking about this for sure.
it's like you're like this is
I
the
tried-
life I'm from.
It is. Yeah. Funny story. We were posted to Greenwood as our first posting. My husband came home 5 years later, and he said, "Guess what? We're moving to Halifax, and guess what? We're not moving into PMQs." So we rent, and we only had 4 months. I don't think we even ate for 4 months. We
Right.
saved every penny that we possibly could for a down payment on a house. Bought our first house.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody who has the no down payment option. They could continue eating for 4 months
Yeah.
Yes.
and still buy a house, right? So
And get into that house.
You feel jealous. You have that story about how you're like a penny pinching, and you're just like, if only this existed then. If only.
it would have changed our lives.
Yeah, it would have.
Will change military members' lives, because they get into the reg force, and they start earning money, and 4 years in they're doing pretty good, and they had the ability, but they've never had the ability to save for a down payment, because they've had to move to their very first posting and get situated with all of their furniture and all of their whatever. Some of them maybe young buying their first cars. How could they ever consider buying or saving for a down payment? It's just not attainable.
Yeah. No. What's the main reaction you get from military members when they
Yeah,
kind of
that's a good
roll in and
question.
hear this? Like, because again, they might have gone to other place B and
Mhm.
realize that, oh, A here, like, let's listen to what she has to say, and like, what's
Yeah.
that kind of reaction you get?
So it's kind of interesting because I myself come from such a strong military background, but I'm also a financial planner
Mhm.
and I have worked on bases and provided financial advice to members for many, many years. So when you start to look at just the mortgage component, it's so much more than that. It's every aspect of their lives, right down to planning for their retirement, their benefit packages through, Brookfield, their benefits through when they retire. So for me, that is a conversation that I have with all military members to
Yeah.
really talk about not just the mortgage, not just the line of credit, but what is going to help you transition through your life and be able to support your family and provide the best possible financial support
Mhm.
for them.
I love that.
It goes so much more
Oh, it's more than the
than the
mortgage.
actual.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
and I've had military, like I know about BISEP and I know about like, there's not anything about the military that I don't know because of my background, so we just get into everything, and it becomes so much more than just about the mortgages. It really becomes about how they're going to manage their finances going forward.
It's that community.
Yeah.
Again, it's
Mhm.
the military community, but it's about the community.
Then there's one other benefit there too that I wanted to talk about or get you to talk about with. So I brought up the no down payment option, but there's also
Yes.
a cash back offer. Can you tell us a little bit more about that cash back mortgage option?
Yeah, so that one is pretty cool as well. So,
Excited.
surprisingly,
Get
it
more
it
money.
it is actually on our military banking program. We actually do offer the no down payment mortgage. You can also take advantage of the cashback offer as well. So obviously that gives you the ability if you need. The good news is you don't have to come up with closing costs for your relocation, and that
Right.
can be
Yeah.
huge. But maybe you want to buy some new furniture. Maybe you want to do something else that
Quick
you don't
renovation
have
once you move
the
in.
funds for.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we have other products for that as
Well,
well.
yes.
Quick renovation. So
We'll talk about that with you guys another day.
it's just
Oh,
it's just a
it's just
nonstop
yeah, it's a
conversations.
nonstop. We could go for days, but
the gift that keeps on giving.
exactly. But our main focus was really about the military banking program today. But
Yeah.
I think we've covered pretty much the bulk of it, anyways. I mean, there's always going to be more information, more questions, and
Which is when we send them to you instead of
exactly.
just us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Absolutely.
But I actually I do want to point out, like, I love the fact that you brought up going to reg. Like,
yeah,
the fact that
Mhm.
there are reservists
yes,
and they're there, they're doing stuff, and these are the people who are looking, essentially, when they're going over, they're the next first time home buyers.
hmm
Absolutely.
And
yeah,
they're first time home buyers with a good background of where their finances have been coming from. They've had a solid pay, they've
yeah,
had a solid job, and they're just essentially taking that next step. But I really feel like a lot of the time that's kind of looked over is the fact that the people coming from reserves going reg, those are like the regular force. Those are the people who are the first time home buyers who can really, like, who need to know about this, who really don't know about much as far as banking goes for the majority of them because they've just been working, like,
that's right.
they've been
Mhm.
getting by. They didn't even have buying a home in the plan when they got into the reserves
No,
originally.
no.
Absolutely not.
But anyway, that was just something that stuck out to me that I didn't want to let just bypass. Is like, if you're reserve, like, you should be thinking about this. Think about get ahead of yourself just a bit.
Yeah,
Step
exactly.
two.
Mhm.
It's very
Yeah, absolutely.
we're gonna try and wrap up for you. We didn't want to take you all day.
No.
Anything else major important that people should really know about the military family banking program?
Um, I think the biggest thing to recognize is that we are a locally owned institution
Hmm.
that, again, can provide an extra level of service. When you look at, particularly in this area, we are a Halifax based company with our, largest naval base right in our backyard. Our first credit union was on the dockyard. So,
That's crazy.
really, when you look at having a connection with the military community, there's no bigger connection than that
Yeah.
because that's where we started. I have clients that come into my branch that say to me, you know what? I had my first bank account at the Dockyards Credit Union, which is now our branch on Lady Hammond Road, and they love to walk in and share that information. They're so proud of that fact.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing is that our members, when you think we call our clients members and we
Yeah.
call our military members.
Right.
So when you think of it, it's just that cohesion
I think
of
that in itself is a
that group.
huge,
Yeah.
a huge sign of
Yeah.
exactly what you guys are looking out for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'm really happy to be able to come on and showcase the military banking program. I've been doing it with a lot of different real estate firms lately,
Hmm.
and I think that people are just very surprised when they hear about it because it's not something that they've really had in their forefront of mind because at the military base, they're talking about here you go here for your military banking and
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
here for your insurance needs. But we have a company here that can support all of those needs as well.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And actually tailored towards it, not just again your person A, your person B,
Yes.
like you're a member, not a
Yeah.
client.
Yeah. It's a family
Yeah.
in a sense, just like the
Absolutely.
military. That's what we always felt with ourselves when I was moving around to the many different provinces and countries as a kid. Like
Yep.
it's
If you're on a base, your family.
your family. You always found someone you
It's
could
true.
connect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
But
And that's what I say about my team at work, actually. We're like a family.
yeah.
And you can't say that in many workplaces.
no,
No.
you can. It's just not true.
We actually do feel it.
Yeah.
So it is that family connection that you have. And as you said, the military members, they need that support because their families are often left with, you know, the moving truck parked in their driveway and their spouse is hopping on a plane to be deployed or they're just
Yes.
on a ship.
Yeah.
It
Sending the
happens.
family to do something on their own while
Yeah.
they're not even there.
Yeah.
So to be honest, you do need that support.
Oh, very
Like
much.
you
100%.
need somebody there who's gonna again. It's not like you need them
No.
there as in, oh, I can't do it without you. It's like, no, but I would like to have somebody who knows what I'm going through,
Yeah.
knowing that I'm actually like a mother trying to move her kids
Mm.
while the father's
Yeah.
away or
Yeah.
vice versa. It's like
Oh
that's
yeah.
one extra hand out. So to have somebody say, no, I got you, like reach out their
Yeah.
hand, that's a huge thing.
And then if they reach out to you directly, you have experience in this too. So it's even more wealth to knowledge to draw from to
Yeah.
help your members. Sorry, not clients,
Yeah,
members.
exactly.
I'm getting it.
No, but
It,
yeah, we definitely appreciate like the fact that you feel so deeply about it and the fact that you were willing to take some time out of your day
Yeah.
share it through us with other people.
Yeah. No, this is
anytime.
amazing collaboration. So we'll give a shout out to CUA.com if you want to find out more information on the military family banking program or anything else that they do that they can help their members with all their banking needs, mortgages, um, and so much more that we're going to learn with
As we
through
go.
this collaboration
As we go
down the
more,
road.
oh,
We
trust
won't
me,
we won't
have more
throw
to
too
talk
much out
about
yet.
from the
Yeah.
CUA.
We got more. We got more to come. Well, thank you
Listen,
again,
I'm
Jackie.
happy anytime at all. It's a pleasure. Looking forward to working with you guys in the future again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Well,
100%.
definitely. I've been enjoying learning more about CUA, and then being able to pass this information on. It's amazing.
It's
So,
huge to pass on.
yeah.
It is, and I like getting the iced coffee too.
Yeah, exactly. Next time we'll do it in studio, and I'll make sure the producers have ice
and the tidbits.
You hear that, producers?
That's okay if they don't want it. You know me, I'll take it for them.
All right, Jackie. Thank you
Yeah,
again.
thank you so much, and thanks for reaching out to us
Yeah,
initially,
yeah,
like
exactly.
to get this ball rolling. So
Yep.
It is my pleasure. You guys have a great long weekend, and we'll chat soon.
Thank you.
awesome.
All right. Take
Hey,
care.
hey,
Take care.
bye now. Now a word from our sponsors.
This episode of the Community Game Plan is brought to you by the Real Estate Team. That's us. I'm Jim.
And I'm Eric. And we're not wrangling when we're not wrangling podcast guests. We're helping military families and first-time buyers navigate the wild world of real estate.
Whether you're relocating with the Canadian Armed Forces or just tired of paying your landlord's mortgage, we've got the plan. No down payment, no problem. No cash back, we know a guy. Spoiler alert, it's our mortgage specialist.
Yes, and today we're here about CUA. So moving across the country with 2 kids, a dog, and 6 Rubbermaid bins of Lego. Yeah, I've been there. Well, we'll help you land soft and with less stress and more strategy.
Think of us as your real estate deployment squad, minus the camo and plus the caffeine.
Have a free beer.
Have a few
Set up
yeah.
a free, no pressure buying or selling consultation with us today. You can reach us at via email at info@movewiththeteam.ca, and we'll even throw a few dad jokes in for you.
One per client, no returns, no refunds.
And we're back. So that was a amazing conversation with Jackie.
Yeah.
With our this is an amazing collaboration that we've started with the Credit Union Atlantic, and
Yeah.
just learning about what they have to offer. Not just the military families that we're learning about today, but they have so many other programs that will help all people throughout our
Oh,
community.
What's really funny too is one of the things that we keep alluding to that we'll get to in the future because they do have a lot going
Mm-hmm.
is it's a lot of community based stuff,
Very.
which we went initially, our initial meeting with them was just based on the military.
Yeah.
Like I had the email come through saying, hey, reached out to Yolande. She gave us your name, blah, blah, blah. So you and your team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, awesome. So we went, we had a chat. We talked about them about the military program.
Right.
And then they just like dumped. It's like, we do this too, and we do this.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is all community.
Yeah.
Like everything you're doing is about the community.
Yeah, it's all
like,
straight for
and
Nova
so
Scotians.
we left and we're like sitting out there going, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, what about this, and
This,
this? Like
this.
we could do,
Yeah.
they tie into like what we're looking.
Well, and with our background, as you mentioned too, we're both military brats. We come from military families. We've moved around a lot. I don't know. I know my parents were with the other bank that she'd mentioned that we will not say. But I don't know if
Ford
my
Bank.
parents knew about what CUA had the offer back then. Really, myself.
I don't, again, my first bank account
Yeah.
was with them, which was great. And again, I don't know what they offered back then.
No.
I don't think but obviously if they offered something like that, my parents would have been first.
But I remember when I moved here in the mid-90s. Was it mid-90s? Early 90s? Early 90s. And I remember that Blockbuster and
Yeah,
the CUA.
right
It
there.
was always there.
Uh-huh.
And that CUA is
It's
still there.
Everything else that's changed, come and gone, like,
Yeah.
and the CUA still
standing.
Yeah. Well, they're when you embed yourself deep enough into a community, as we know.
Yeah.
And like we said, military, we didn't have a choice. Like,
No.
you either fight it or join it. And regardless of what you decide, join the military or don't.
Yeah.
You have that military mentality when you grow up around it, which is like, knock next door for sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Is the kid playing in the yard?
Yeah.
Like, it's a family,
Oh,
regardless.
when we were living in Germany, we were living on the base, on the Rammstein base, and we lived in an apartment building. We were the top floor. If I remember correctly, I think it was like an 6 to 8 floor.
The one by the playground and the field.
No, there was that. Plus, there was a million others that looked identical to it, right? So if you did not know the number of your building, you got
You're in
lost
trouble.
real quick. But yeah, that building, there are probably 70 families in that building, and literally you could go up and down that hall, a staircase, and knock on anyone's door, and they'd open it for you and say, "What can I do to help you?"
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Like my parents, they had no issue. My sister and I were at a great age that they didn't have to worry about leaving us home alone, but they knew we were surrounded by that community. We're all military.
Yeah.
We're all looking out for each other.
Exactly. And that's I think again where the luck of the bonding, because again, it's like we played soccer for essentially the same pickup team.
Yeah.
Never did a deal together. Never like. Only reason I knew about you was that, and my mother's like, "Oh yeah, he's a decent guy. Like that's a good." And I'm like, "That's great. I'm glad to hear it." Like whatever. But then when we actually sat down to have a chat, and it's like, oh, like you're big on community. You're a military brat. Like soccer is soccer.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, oh crap, like that's exactly
Yeah.
why it worked. That's
No.
why this is happening. Is
Well, your grandmother was the same, your mother was the same. You know, it's just the mentality that
Yeah.
we all kind of had. So it's kind of made sense to join and create this real estate team that we're building.
Again, and it's community driven.
That's right.
And I think that's the big part is like we're not flashy by any
No
means.
flashy.
I'm not driving in my Corvette. Like, so let me tell you something I learned about Eric. Eric is a pretty decent sports person, very community oriented, and yeah. So he was in Lahr.
No.
Or sorry, he was in
No,
Germany. He
I
was
was
in Ramstein. Sorry.
We were on the American Air Force Base.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side of the Air Force base. I was actually Army base, so that's
Well,
why.
I've lived on Army. So my dad was supply officer, so we've actually lived on Air
Everywhere.
Force. We've lived on naval bases. We've lived on Air Force, Army, basically everywhere.
Yeah, not just Army.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, see,
It's
like
just a branch.
I'm just saying the way this lovely this lovely mic is set up is Eric can look at me and I have to look forward, and that's the kind of stuff my sound guys.
That's
do.
what happens when you set your own mic and actually speak into it.
I don't. I try. I'm not a camera guy. I am not an on-screen guy. I've got the face and attitude and skill set for radio.
All right, well, we should wrap this up. So, any other words of advice from what you heard from today's conversation that you really thought, resonated and we should...
Oh, right. Yeah. On this whole long rant that I was doing, my main thing was the CUA, how they have like that street team.
Yes.
Like, and we will get into it later.
Yeah, they have some neat initiatives
But
they're working on.
the military was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
And it's an iceberg that, like I want to dig down.
Yeah.
I'm willing to get wet. Like, let me see what else CUA offers.
Both of us have helped many military families in our real estate careers. When I was in Fredericton, I worked a lot of people around Gagetown. Since I've been back here in Halifax, again, I've helped a lot of military families the transition in and out. We are fully registered on, it used to be Brookfield. I never remember the initials they have now. BG something.
BGRS.
RS. There we go.
BGRS.
So we are certified. We are qualified and ready to help all our military and non-military clients.
I actually did 2 different ones without using BGRS because there is a different way they can go without actually needing to go through.
Yeah, there is that.
It's like some weird CanX like kind of program from which anybody who knew CanX, anybody who's military knew what CanX was. So
yeah,
but
that's what we went to Lahr for. Because when we were living in
you went because you needed the CanX
and Baden-Baden, right? Because we lived on the American Air Force Base, so everything coming in was American products and such. But so like we couldn't get ketchup chips on the American Air Force Base.
Yeah,
we actually had to go to Lahr or Baden-Baden because that's where
we
all
needed
the
the
Canadian
CanX.
stuff.
You can't be a true Canadian military person and not know the CanX.
I love the CanX.
Yeah, we're doing something interesting these days.
Supposedly.
Yeah, well, I have fun with it.
Our producers think we're funny.
So our producers like making us have to suffer the way that we make them suffer.
All right, all right. So something we started on the last podcast, we've started throwing our producers, and they're gonna throw what we call the hot take at one of us or both of us. I think is gonna happen this time by the looks of his face. So up next is we're gonna you're gonna hear from Colin, one of our producers, and he's gonna throw the hot take out at us.
Oh, you should mic up, Colin.
You can voice over. Yeah.
I don't know. It's way better this way. It's like on the JRE, right? But JBG, yeah.
Hey.
It's
Move the mic.
I've been banned.
Let's go this Jim first.
Okay,
Give her.
Jim first.
Pizza pockets, food or fiction?
Depends on the pocket, but
Yeah, what's filling?
I love pizza pockets. Like, I honestly, I have a wife that hates when I walk by the freezer aisle because if I see there's a sale on them, and there's never a sale on the small boxes, like the ones
Oh,
for
it's always
4
the
or
big
8,
yeah.
it's that huge box that becomes like $11.99, and it is, I'll buy it every time. You throw those in front of me, and then she's like, "What do you have?" I'm like, "Pizza pockets." "What do you have for lunch?" "Pizza pockets." "You're not feeding our daughter pizza pockets." "No, she can have salmon." "What are you gonna have?" "Pizza pockets." Like, I literally eat them until they're gone. They're breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and yeah. To be honest, I have veered a little. If I see those and pizzaronis are also on sale, the little like they're this little pastry, kind of like when you get those mini like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I buy like 6 bags of those. And I just throw them in the oven whenever I want. It's like, "Oh, yeah, inviting friends over." It's like, "Is that why you got them?" "Oh god, no. They're not gonna see a single one."
That's why you never don't send me to a grocery store if I'm hungry, because I
Oh
come
my
back home with the most random stuff.
And it's never what I went for either.
Yeah.
I'll always show up, it's
And
like,
I'll
"Did you get
forget
this?"
something
And
that
we're
I
like,
was sent for.
"Crap, I have to go back." "No, no, that's okay. I'll get it tomorrow."
I've done that though. I have done that.
Yeah.
I've actually gone into a grocery store, had a list. I was supposed to get it. Walked in there, came out with a few extra items, missed something completely.
Right?
Didn't turn around to the store. I just went to the next grocery store.
Oh my god, that's actually smart. I see, my problem is I don't even realize I forgot something, and that's the problem. And yeah, and any days I don't take my ADHD meds, I'll tell you right now, it's even worse. You send me on a rant like this when my brain is in this state of mind and hungry. Oh, I'm coming back with
Alright, so-
everything I want.
Pizza pockets, yes, I guess. This is
So pizza pockets food then. We agree that pizza pockets are food.
Definitely
You
food.
Not in facsimile.
Oh no, it's 100% real food. It could save everybody's life. We could take care of all hunger issues with pizza pockets. Cheap, delicious. Let's do it. It's not even real tomato sauce, I'm pretty sure. Don't worry about it. There's vegetables in some of them. I've had a green pepper, I think, in one.
freeze-dried.
And yes, I am a former chef. Not comfortable.
All right, so thanks again.
I
Make
felt like it
sure
was
that
in front of
you,
my face.
Jim, can stop talking for a minute. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on all the necessary platforms. You can find our podcast, Community Game Plan, Shenanigans with Jim and Eric,
Mhm.
on all the major podcast sites. We also have our YouTube. We also share on our personal or business social accounts. So basically just search Eric Holman or Jim Smarden. Everything will come up.
Yeah, we'll link up eventually.
Oh, yeah. Community Game Plan. See you guys all next time.